Mama. I am Kara. Today we are talking about what an esthetician is and what an esthetician isn't. Let me back up and explain a little bit. I am often asked what I do for a living, and when I tell people, well, I'm an esthetician, the response I most often get is, like, you give people anesthesia? No, I am not an anesthesiologist. As you can see on my trusty board here, esthetician does not equal anesthesiologist. An esthetician works with skin, whereas an anesthesiologist works with anesthesia. I am not a doctor. An anesthesiologist is a doctor. That's just the basics. I want to get that out of the way. But what actually is an esthetician? So an esthetician focuses on aesthetics. Now, when we talk about aesthetics, if you hear the phrase aesthetic, you might usually see it spelled A-E-S. Aesthetics in a cosmetology term, I'll explain what I mean by that in a minute, is usually spelled with an E, but it can be spelled with an A. So an esthetician is a branch of cosmetology. Cosmetology focuses on hair, skin, and nails. Usually, now I don't want to generalize, but usually when you hear cosmetologist, you're usually going to picture someone who works with hair. Styles hair, colors hair, cuts hair, all of those wonderful things. An esthetician is not licensed to work on hair. An esthetician, which is what I am, is someone who has specialized training in skincare. Now, what does that mean? That means that our training and our program focuses on learning how to do facials, how to do hair removal, such as waxing. Sugaring is another type of hair removal. If you've ever been sugared or heard of sugaring, you might know what I mean by that. I do not have training in sugaring, so I can't sit here and tell you much about sugaring, but what I can tell you is it's similar in concept to waxing in that you apply it to the skin and it removes the hair. It has a completely different, not purpose, but a completely different process. Everything about it is different, but the end result is the same. Hair removal. That's something that estheticians are trained in. That's something we specialize in. The other thing that estheticians have specialized training in is makeup application. Does this mean that all makeup artists are estheticians? No. Does this mean that all estheticians are makeup artists? Kind of, but not really. And let me break that down a little bit more for you. So sometimes a makeup artist will either have training in a school that specializes in makeup or they learn on their own, and that's fine. Estheticians have makeup application training in their programs. Some programs have more training than others when it comes to makeup application. My program was sort of, I'd say, in between that. We didn't have a ton, but we didn't have very little either. So I spent a good amount of my career working as a makeup artist doing bridal makeup. And I also did makeup in salons, usually for brides, but sometimes for special occasions. That's not something I focus on anymore, although I do it for fun because, well, let's face it, makeup is fun. And it's particularly fun for me to put makeup on other people. I don't wear a lot of makeup. That's because I'm somewhat lazy. And now that I have twin toddlers, I don't have time. I don't know how anyone has time, but that's a topic for another day. So what I'm getting at here is, as an esthetician, my focus is as a skincare specialist. My job is to help people take care of their skin, teach them how to take care of their skin, but they also come to me and have me take care of their skin by giving them facials or other specialized facial treatments like microdermabrasion and things like that. Now, like I said, there's more to aesthetics than just facials. We also do hair removal. So we do waxing or tweezing. I personally love waxing eyebrows. That's one of my favorite things to do. You wouldn't know it because my eyebrows are a little bit funky right now, but we'll worry about that another time. But I particularly love shaping eyebrows, and waxing is great, but I like tweezing. I like getting in there and really defining it. But again, when it comes to being an esthetician, not all estheticians do hair removal. Some specialize in hair removal, some specialize in facials, and some specialize in makeup or other categories. You might see estheticians who work for dermatologists and so on and so forth. So it really just all depends. But that is what an esthetician is. Again, Not an anesthesiologist. I do not give people anesthesia. Doctors do that. I am not a doctor. I just feel like it's important to say that because I get that so much more often than you can imagine. You might hear that and think, that's wacky. Who would possibly think that? A lot of people. Or you might hear that and say, oh, well, that's kind of what I thought. Well, now you know. Not an anesthesiologist. I am an esthetician. I focus on skincare and taking care of the skin. The other part of this video that I wanted to touch on real quickly is, what is skincare? Well, skincare is pretty much what it sounds like. It's caring for your skin. But it's so much more than just making your skin look pretty or just putting makeup on. Skincare is making sure that all of the layers of your skin are healthy. And that's why I did the anatomy of the skin video, which is either before or after this one, depending on when you're watching this video. So that is kind of what I wanted to kind of get at in this video today, is telling you what an esthetician is and what skincare is. Skincare is plain and simply learning how to take care of your skin on a deeper, pun intended, deeper level. Understanding that taking care of your skin isn't just the surface. There are many layers to your skin, right? 8 in particular when we really break it down. And all of those layers have important functions, and it's really important to take care of it and make sure that you're doing the right things for your body, like staying hydrated, because that's super important for your skin, but also using the right types of products. So stick with me. I've got more episodes to follow. I'll break down different ingredients, skincare product ingredients for you. I want to talk about different products to use on your skin, like cleansers, moisturizers, exfoliants, and masks, and all the good stuff. There's tons of awesome skincare products out there, and I really want to talk to you about them so you understand them. So anyway, that's all I've got for you today, but I am looking forward to talking with you again in the near future. So take care.